What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And we're going back to the Ending on a High Note concert, late 2010, released in 2011. And we're up to the final tune on the first disc, which is We're Looking for the Whales. It's a tune that goes back to Scoundrel Days. Many people will know. I'm very, very fond of that album. I won't say unequivocally it's my favorite album, although it will always be in the conversation for that, if not on most days, rising to that level. Nevertheless, I do enjoy the original. I think I said at the time it's a track that gave me a bit Take On Me vibes. You know, it's not in any way an identical tune. There are some different flavors between the two tracks, but in terms of the general energy and that, you know, danceable synth pop feel, it does remind me in some ways of Take On Me sonically. But yeah, it also has a real nice atmosphere to it. I want to be clear, I make no assumptions. I mentioned, because I was going through the Unplugged album, I had gone through a few of those tunes in a row, and so when I jumped back to Ending on a High Note to listen to a track from there, I made the point that, well, I would expect this to be closer to the studio version, and I was more meaning that, you know, not being acoustic, it would be rendered in a way that on some level was more like the studio version. But I completely appreciate, and indeed, having gone through at least a little bit of the live stuff from different years, including some of the bootleg stuff, I'm aware that they have approached their material, even shortly after releasing it on a studio album, from entirely fresh and new perspectives over the course of a number of tours. So yeah, I make no assumptions about what we will hear, how it will sound, but yeah, ultimately I'm looking forward to hearing how some of these tracks that were composed by them at this point 25 years earlier, you know, how they're playing it at a concert that at the time was meant to be the final send-off, the final high note, if you will. So yeah, with no further ado, let's listen to it. This is Aha, We're Looking for the Whales, heard as part of the Ending on a High Note concert from late 2010.
They seem so hard to find. Three kings wise took one's a time to search. We're looking for a little bewildered girl. We're looking for a little bewildered girl. We're looking for the whales. Is in our genes, time won't wear it off. Born into this world with our eyes wide open, girl. We're looking for a little bewildered girl. We're looking for a little bewildered girl. We're looking for a whale's walking.
Rippling bass line.
Don't you set these lonely eyes on me.
that was good whale song. Amazing, honestly, stunning. I like that track a lot. That performance felt even a step beyond the album version. So yeah, but again, it felt like the band version. You know, the percussion. It felt a little less, you know, synth or drum machine driven. It felt a little more like natural, especially at the end where the cymbals are smashing and then it goes into the roll. But even so, it felt like the energy of the tune had been cranked up to 11, if you will. Yeah, just really cool. I felt like I enjoyed that, even though I do like the track a lot, and it's, you know, on maybe my favorite a-ha album. That performance like really hit me. So yeah, top tune, and I love the whale ending and just the atmosphere that creates. Admittedly, it makes me think about an acid trance tune that maybe I've reacted to. It's by Formic Acid. There's 4 different versions of it. Endless Dreams is the one that I often use, because it's, I don't know, I think it's the best rendering of it, but lots of whale song, and, you know, some of them might have been like taken from the same, you know, public domain whale sample or something. But either way, yeah, just a really top performance of a track I already enjoy. Yeah, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.